here in Mississippi with Tyler. Tyler's done a great job on his habitat improvement work. Tyler, tell us about this farm and what you've done so far.
Yeah, so we picked this farm up in October of 2024. Since then, we've done some control burns. We're getting ready to start some timber stand improvements. We got a logger coming in the next month or so to really do some aggressive TSI, and really done a lot of food plot work. We do the release process with a drill and a crimper, and so really pleased with what we've seen so far and excited about the future.
Yeah, and Tyler's had some great deer hunts, and he's got a lot of turkeys running around. You can tell we're gonna go look for some turkeys, look at some food plots. Who knows what we're gonna find, but let's go look at Tyler's place. You got some good deer running around?
Had a good one this year. We actually, the first year I had the farm, the neighbor had a really good deer on camera. He didn't show up here till the 2nd of January. And then on the 6th of January, I got a picture. The neighbor behind me had shot him. He scored 165, which is a good deer anywhere. It's a great deer around here. So hated to see him go, but we produced some pretty good quality deer. We'd like to see the numbers increase, but the quality's pretty good for what we've got. So we've got a good mixture of ag. My farmer plants soybeans. On Grant's advice, I've asked them to just plant soybeans and not rotate in corn and soybeans until I can get the TSI done and get the native forbs and grasses growing up in the timber, and then we'll go back to rotation.
So this is one of Tyler's green cover food plots. He planted fall release in here. It looks awesome. And just kind of tell me the process and what you got going on here, Tyler, you know, through the years, what the hunting's been like, and just kind of fill us in on how this plot has produced.
Yeah, so I definitely want to have the biggest buffet in the neighborhood. We're working on getting our bedding cover, but I'm trying to bring every deer that's close to us and give them something to eat. So I'm a big, huge believer in the release process. I love the no-till drill. On this farm in particular, there's about 50 acres of ag, and so I let the farmer pull their beans in the fall and then come in and no-till drill the fall release blend by Green Cover in here. So it's been a great multi-seed blend for the fall, and then as you can see behind me, it's going to be great for the spring. Here for turkeys, there's all kinds of clover, the wheat, and the oats are popping, and you still got some leftover brassicas and things, so really looking good, and would love to be able to have it all year round, but unfortunately gotta let the farmer have his food too.
Tyler's doing a great job. I mean, this fall release food plot looks awesome. We were in a drought.
Yeah.
You said, I think you've been in the drought past 2 years, you said.
At least probably 3. And so, yeah, that's been really good to see. When I've had a lot of folks, I used to, disc, spray, disc, till, plant, cultipack, a lot of time. And that we did that at our deer campus a little further south in Mississippi. That's just the way I was raised, and that was how we did it. And when I started seeing Grant stuff a few years ago, I went out and bought a drill and bought a crimper, and I've really been pleased with that, to be able to hold that soil moisture, keep that microbiome, that top few inches of soil alive and breathing and working for me to my benefit. And I'm busy like anybody else is, run a business, and so it's nice to only have to make 3 passes around the food plots in a year instead of 5, 6, or 7, and use that fuel in that time.
And are you fertilizing?
No fertilizer.
No fertilizer.
Spray, and seed and time.
No fertilizer, and you can see this field is growing awesome. Got great color, just dark green, looks awesome, great growth. No fertilizer, just using that release process.
Yeah, the only thing that I'll look at is just getting soil samples, and if we need to, we'll lime as needed through the years. But yeah, no herbicides, no fertilizers, no harsh chemicals, no extra money. Very cost-effective way to do it. The equipment's a little expensive up front, but over time it definitely pays for itself.
Yeah, great job, Tyler.
Thanks.